I hope that instead of answers, and this is, remember, we're searching for answers, right? And Einstein, there's a really cool story about Einstein. I don't know if you know this, but he actually did a couple things in quantum physics and math, and this guy who did some smart this one time, you know what I mean? And so he's teaching class, and his assistant is looking at the test, and he's just like, and he thinks, I handed out the wrong test. Oh my God, I can't believe this. And so everyone fills out their answers, they turn it in, and the TA is going up to Einstein, and he's like, I don't know how to tell you this, but I handed out the same test as we did last year. And he goes, oh, that's interesting. Remember, don't get mad, get curious. But he said, wait, you're not mad? And he said, no, that's the test I actually wanted you to send out. And he's like, well, a lot of these people have friends that were in class last year, and if they got a hold of one of those accomplished tests and they can see the things, we're not going to know who's cheating and who's not. How are we going to accurately understand whether or not they did the work properly? And Einstein looked at him and he says, because the answers have changed. We're in theoretical physics, and we know so many things now. All of the answers that were right last year are now new. They're now different because we have more information. And so here's the trap that I want you guys to avoid at all costs. We are searching for answers. Remember, the whole thing that's going on when you're thinking, you're asking and answering questions, right? When you're asking and answering questions, we're not actually trying to get answers. We are trying to gain insight. And that is the word that I want you guys to take away from this. What insight did I get into maybe starting a business? What insight did I get into how I'm going to manage my day? I'm not going to lie, it was incredibly powerful, because when Kayla said she's never opened up that much on her morning routine to anybody, I saw that for the first time with you guys. Literally, this is exactly what I said. I can't remember who I said this to, but I literally, I looked at him and I go, doesn't Kayla make so much more sense now? Because I'm like, how are you so epic at everything? That was an epic level of motivation, organization, inspiration, insight. But it gave me an insight into why my wife is able to be so strong in the face of so many things. Insight is really what we're looking for in things like this. Insight into the way that a relationship, whether it's a business, romantic, whatever, however that can work. Insight into what's possible. Insight into happiness versus pleasure. And again, you got so much stuff thrown at you. You're only going to take, 10% and maybe apply it to your life. But as we talk about, you really only need 1%. Because it'll be that final percent of your life that shifts, and you're going to be able to start doing these things. That's why I said I only want you to commit to one thing. And I hope that you actually write that down. Because if we can commit to one thing that we're going to change today, the next time you come to something like this, you're going to have an insight into what one thing shifted feels like, looks like, and see those compounding results. And you're going to go, what if I try 2 things? It's pretty special what happens. But the thing is, we have this idea of perfection. I'm not going to start until things are perfect. I'm not going to start until I understand everything about credit, everything about business, everything about the landscape. That's why JJ was talking, and I've had so many conversations this weekend. I don't know if we had this in front of everyone, if it was with like the dude situation, or if it was last night at karaoke through song and dance, I don't know. But what he was saying, what he said was so profound. I loved because he said, right now the reset button got pressed on everybody. Big, small, rich, poor, and it's the people in these moments who start taking action, start adapting, and start getting ready, because he said sooner or later the gun is going to go off and we're all going to be at the starting line. Who's ready to run? And I got goosebumps just even thinking about that conversation again, because I was just like, I'm ready. Like he was talking about that, and I'm like, it was like, and if you notice, JJ and I were the ones, anytime one of our crew would get up to sing last night, we were standing in the wings, let's charge them and jump on them and get excited for them, because we want to raise the energy. Most people who are charismatic become charismatic, and they become successful, they become this, that, and the other, and it's nothing more than being able to control your own energy. That's it. But that's level 1. As long as you can control your own energy, you're going to be able to control a room. You're going to be able to be the thermostat. And anyone else who's used to feeding off of people, you come in and you raise the energy, the temperature, the intensity, people are going to come up with you. That's why everyone's in conversation. There's music. We're in this trance. I say, let's get ready to rumble. And I just held the note until people started yelling with me. Everyone's energy got raised. But then you start controlling your words. You start controlling the words that you use on yourself. Understanding what's going on inside of you. We talked a lot about what's going on inside, your relationship with yourself. So many people will say, don't drop an F-bomb in front of this, that, and the other, but inside you're literally saying vile stuff to yourself, saying like, oh, you stupid
It's the final percent. The final percent.